Hello and welcome to Muse on the News. Yes, the topical conversational program with amazing hosts and, of course, guests as well. Before we kick off this evening's show, I'd like to apologise for the slight delay. That's because we've had a few technical difficulties, but those things happen, don't they? But good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in to Muse on the News, and we'll be going over to that show shortly. A reminder that you are not alone, and if you need to talk to somebody, then please do text talk to 88440. That's talk to 88440. Text a charge at your standard network rate. So without further ado, slightly later than scheduled, it's the incredible TV show. Well, it should be on your TV screens, your mainstream's TV anyway, because it's absolutely fantastic. Talking about topical news pieces around the week. A reminder, obviously, that we are recruiting volunteers and that we are always looking for people to get involved. If you are interested, then please do visit our website. The website is simply Surrey LGBTQ Pride.org.uk. That's Surrey LGBTQ Pride.org.uk. Come and join us and be part of an amazing Pride family doing some great things, celebrating, educating and connecting the LGBTQ plus community. A quick reminder that this year is sponsored by Surrey County Council, and we do have lots more lined up for you in the rest of the year, including, well, I'm not going to give you any spoilers. Coming up in the show, there is a spoiler. Do not go anywhere. Good evening, Jana. Good evening, Molly. Good afternoon to all of you that have tuned in. Hello to Dylan. Thank you very much for tuning in and always for your support as well. And of course, if you are joining us, don't forget you can have a bit of a conversation in our chat rooms now, because we are live and kicking, and this is Muse on the News.
Good evening and welcome to Muse on the News. Oh, Jana, you're laughing.
Already giggles.
For a change.
Good evening.
I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, I didn't even get a word in.
It is a very amusing show. She's just laughing in advance.
Anyway, I'm Lisa.
I'm Kel.
I'm Molly.
See? And I'm Jana.
You just laugh at my name.
Hilarious.
This is our topical news show where we each bring a news story to the table. We have a little bit of a chin wag about it and share our observations, thoughts, feelings, laughs, jokes, and all the rest of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inappropriate comments.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. That's my bit.
That's your brief. Anyway, how's your week been, girls?
Oh, good. Exhausting. The sun just makes you work twice as hard or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's an exciting week as well, with some news we've had from Pride in Surrey and our team growing and events going ahead this year. So it's been a good, exciting week, right?
Well, we're keeping all our fingers crossed. Obviously, it's all COVID dependent, but yeah, we are very much hoping that we'll have Pride on the road again this year and our main Pride festival. So there will be more information forthcoming the beginning of May, I think.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's all good things. And yes, you are right. The team is expanding. We've recruited for quite a few of the volunteer roles that we've advertised, but there are more roles available. So please do, if you're interested, check out the website and see what's available for you.
Please do. Yeah. You'll be seeing some new faces on screen soon as well.
Yes, absolutely, which will be good. A relief to many, I'm sure.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean.
Well, so there's a reason why things have seasons, why programs have a season a year or something, isn't it? To keep
unless you're one of those American shows that just has one season after the other on the bounce, so they end up having 7 seasons in 1 year.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not one of them. Anyway, right. Shall we get cracking?
Should we go to the first story? Jana, it's yours.
Oh, me? I thought I was just here for the cup of tea.
No, it's you first.
Talk to us.
This is something I come across, and I was actually quite shocked. I didn't realise that was the case. But the Disney is ditching its famously strict gendered dress code for employees in an effort to improve inclusivity in all its theme parks. And I didn't know that was the case. But yeah, good. I'm glad they're ditching it. Because it will, I think it's one of those things. I remember when I was young and applying for jobs, there were certain jobs that had a dress code, and it was if you're female, you had to wear a skirt or something very girly. And I thought, I can't apply for this job because I'm going to feel uncomfortable and I can't wear that. And I didn't realize Disney still had this policy. So I'm glad they ditching it, and anyone can apply for the job. You know, if you're one of us who is a female but doesn't necessarily like to wear a skirt or look girly, you can go and work in a Disney World in Florida. How amazing.
Yeah. So
what was the score then? So did they have to wear dresses and tights and stuff?
It was, for example, gentlemen weren't allowed hair of a certain length, and ladies had to wear skirts in certain roles, and it was all very gendered. Much
Very
like
gendered.
Uniforms still are.
Yes. Although girls can wear trousers.
Girls can wear trousers, and technically boys can wear skirts, but yeah, it's
I mean, there's still things in there that says like you have to have your natural hair color, which I find I don't meet many people. When I say my hair is my own color, it's like, wow, I don't know anyone that hasn't dyed their hair.
That's probably being misinterpreted. I think what they mean is you can't have green hair or pink hair or something like that. But if you're a blonde that prefers to be a brunette, I think that's slightly different. But lots of places have that rule still, don't they? Unless you work in a fundamental store, people frown upon blue hair.
Yeah, why is that? I hate that. I love to just see your personality on you. You know, you should be able to have. I know they've always said in, you know, like days gone by, isn't it, that it's not professional to have like the tattoos and the ear piercings and the hair. But if you can prove to do your job fine, then why can't you express yourself? If you feel more comfortable with something slightly different, then why not? If you're going to do your job.
Changing, people are more accepting of tattoos and things, and of crazy haircuts and things, and you know the world is just a bit more accepting, but we're still encouraged to conform, aren't we?
Yeah. I suppose like in my job, before I had my tattoos, I was a bit worried about that. Like I don't have very big tattoos. I've only got a couple of little ones, but I was a little bit worried about how that might be interpreted. And when I shaved my hair, I was really proper worried.
She still puts her hair down if we're having a client visit.
Yeah,
she's like, I want the first impression. But
yeah,
it is something we worry about, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it's important that we're aware of these things and be sensitive to the environment around us. But I think this is a good move by Disney. But you've had some interesting uniforms you've had to wear over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, like Jana, I've had jobs where I've not applied for them because of the dress code. I had a job when I was a kid, part-time job as a kid, and I was allowed to wear trousers, and they offered me a promotion, and it was like a front of house promotion, and they said, right, so the new uniform is going to be a skirt. I was like, nah, don't want it. They were like, no, you're having like, no. And I left because there was absolutely no way on God's green earth I was going to wear a skirt to work. Certainly not front of house so people could see me wearing a skirt. That's ridiculous. You know, and, you know, certain professions such as nursing and things like that, which have traditionally always been dresses. I know a lot of them wear scrubs and that now, but yeah, it has put me off certain career paths and certain roles because, yeah, why would I? But you know what's great? Our boy, our son, our oldest son, who's 12, he's announced to us that he's going to wear a skirt to school this summer because they're not allowed to wear shorts. He's like, Mum, I'm not wearing trousers. So he's already tapping us up for a skirt to wear in summer.
The boys get so hot, you know, they're not allowed to wear short trousers.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Yeah, it's one of those silly.
But our kids don't, you know, we've got a daughter with short hair and a son with long hair, and they don't conform to gender stereotypes in any way, shape, or form, do they?
No,
not
at all.
So they can work at Disney now.
Yeah. A colourful bunch, your kids, aren't they? Fair play to them.
They are themselves. They are their true selves, and that's good.
Little
right.
hooligans.
Listen, we've got our guest in the waiting room, haven't we?
Our special guest host. Shall we bring him in?
Let's bring him in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, founder of Pride in Surrey, Mr. Stephen Island. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
hello.
Stephen.
Hiya, however.
Nice shirt.
Say hello. Do you like it?
It's
Yeah.
a very lesbian shirt. I like it. No,
It
it's
is a
not.
bit of a lesbian shirt. We could play
A
chess
little
on
bit.
that.
Chess.
Or well, if you don't know how to play chess.
I'm more of
A really
I'm more of a
intense
checkers
game
man.
of chess.
Well,
Yeah.
I have been playing chess actually recently, but I've not won a game. So,
Oh,
well, what can I say?
not my cup of tea
I
either,
don't know
to
how
be
to
honest.
play chess.
Yeah,
I've
too
never-
many
No idea.
We'll have a Pride Chess Championship. There we go.
Yeah, listen, Stephen, before we get on to the main reason why you're here, we just at the very beginning of the show, we sort of hinted that there's some exciting things happening in the calendar for Pride in Surrey, hey?
What can you
There certainly
reveal?
are, yes. Well, I've got to be really careful what I say now because
We were really careful too.
lots of trouble. But we do have Pride on the Road, which means that we will be joining you all, whoever's watching, across Surrey. And that's the plan, obviously, to be visible across the whole of Surrey. So that's coming. Then we have an amazing collaboration kind of allowance. We're going to be at a specific event, which we'll be announcing very, very soon. But that event is very inclusive and it's going to be fantastic. And that's going to be in a lovely place in Surrey. Really being careful here. And then we've got our main Pride event. Have we announced the date? Yes.
Yes,
No?
we have.
Oh, we have announced the date. Yes, we have.
Yeah.
But so that's in September. And that's all we can say. But that's all we can say. I'm literally getting the nod and the eyeball from CEO Charlie, who's kind of
We'll leave it there.
Very,
We'll
very
leave it there.
scared about what I'm saying. But yes, so we've got the main Pride event, and then we will have other bits and pieces coming up later on, including an LGBT survey to find out what's going on where you are, and of course find out about how you find the services for you as an LGBTQ plus person or even an ally, because it's really important. Again, I always say it, intersectionality, and obviously recognizing that allies play an important and an integral part for the LGBT community. But it's been really exciting. Anyway, you've all hired individuals in your teams and been doing
we were just talking about our expanding teams and how brilliant that is for us. And, you know, there'll be new faces on the screens, which is brilliant, and some new fresh content coming through, which will be really exciting for your team in particular.
Exciting times all round, I think, for Pride in Surrey.
Yeah, all good. And of course, our winter Pride towards the end of the year, we mustn't forget that.
I've got to say, you know, thank you so much for all the work that you've done here on LGBTQ Online, because it's really important that we continue to be visible, and it is such an important part of kind of what we do now. And not having an event in 2020, well, we had Pride on the Road, but not having like a big event, we had to do something and had to do something different. And of course, so many bits of content that have been produced, from cook-alongs. Jana, my highlight is still you almost setting yourself on fire at Abercrombie's.
That never happened.
We will.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As a special button on the side that we can just press at any time that we've got you as a guest, because that is just
Red button for Jana's mishap.
Oh, it will literally just be Jana's button. Well, either that, you could put a soap on it, but you know, we let that one slide. In fact, we've got a single actually that we're playing on Proud Show this weekend, which features Jana. So do check out that on the Proud Show. But yeah, lots and lots coming up and lots of things happening. But the LGBTQ online content played a really important part, and that visibility piece, touching into Not Alone, obviously because it started out life of Not Alone, was so important. It has made a significant impact and positive impact in people's lives. So thank you so much from me to all four of you, and of course all of the guests and others in the team that have played an important part, because it's absolutely fantastic.
Do you know what? Yeah, we've loved doing it, and you know, I think we've been lucky to be able to do it. And yeah, you're right, it is a privilege.
It's a privilege.
We've got as much out of it as we've given to it. It's been an enjoyable time, and that's
hard work. It really is hard work sitting in front of. I mean, even the Proud Show, I absolutely love doing it. But some weeks I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do." It's just one of those things, you know. But as we grow and as we expand and more people get involved, it's your Pride, and that's what we've always said. It's a community interest organisation. Yes, we have hierarchy, and that's because we have to do things by the book. We have to do things in accordance to Ofcom and compliance and insurances, and God knows what else we've got in place, safeguarding, etc. But it's really important, again, that you at home, if you're watching, you've got an idea, maybe you're a writer, an artist, maybe you want to do something, maybe you want to show something off, maybe you've got something really important to tell us, maybe you're a fosterer or adopter, because again, we'd love to hear from you about your stories, anything, whatever you've done, get in contact with us, email Kel, and Kel will be able to do what she can to highlight and bring it to life. And of course, you know, if you're a business owner and things like that as well, we're loving what you do. Keep up. And obviously we know it's been a challenging year for many businesses and organizations. If we can highlight what you do and come up with something, get in contact with Jana, because Jana is our community engagement lead. And of course, again, really important that we continue that fantastic relationship that we've got with the community. We're always here 365 days a week.
We're not doing this lesson.
We're here all the time. We're here all the time. And of course, you know, if you need us, just shout.
So listen, thank you very much for that. But listen, why you're actually here is to talk about a story that's broken in the media this week, which is extremely concerning and grossly disappointing, I think, for our community. Kel's just bringing it up on the screen just now. And it is with regard to the LGB Alliance and their granting of registered charity status, which to me has come as a massive surprise. I can't believe that they've managed to actually get this through. Stephen, we brought you on to talk about this one particularly because I know it's something that you're very passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, the very fact that the T is not included in the name gives it away. It's a trans exclusionary organisation, and we do not want to play any part in promoting, of course, this organisation, because in our eyes, it shouldn't be a credible organisation, especially not a charity. We will be writing to the Charity Commission and of course challenging that decision, and of course many other Pride organisations will as well. And it's vital that you do, if you've got any concerns at home about this charity, that you do write to the Charity Commission, because that is how we can potentially get their charity status struck off. But this is an exclusionary group. They have a view that trans women are not women and trans men are not men, and of course we totally reject and refute that claim, because you know it's just not right. You know, why are they spreading this hate, and why are they having this view? You know, it's beyond us. So without, I mean, I could say a lot of things. I could swear, scream, and shout, because you know people have heard me do so in the past. But I'm going to be politically correct and be nice about this and say it's not the view of Pride in Surrey. We do not condone their view. And if you are somebody that's trans, non-binary or intersex, you are valid, you are not alone, and we stand 100% by your side as an organisation and as a community. The LGBTQ plus community stood together all those years ago when the Stonewall riots kicked off. And of course, we'll stand together in unity and of course, remaining as well as a protest. And these are the things that we need to protest against. So when it comes to Pride in Surrey in September, say no more, we will be protesting against the fact that the government haven't acted on things like conversion therapy. That ban should have happened a long time ago. But also we will be challenging the likes of the Charity Commission as to why they have granted this organisation, which is a hate organisation that spreads hate, why they have got charity status is beyond me, because the Charity Commission's rules clearly state that it has to be a positive reflection of today's society and inclusive of all. And of course, they most definitely aren't.
Just to put it into context, the article that we've highlighted here is a Pink News article. I'm just going to read a little bit from it, just one short paragraph. So it says that the pressure group faced heavy criticism for refusing to denounce its neo-Nazi and homophobic supporters, for backing director Malcolm Clark's view that schools should not have LGBT plus clubs because of predatory gay teachers, and for standing by co-founder Bev Jackson defending work with the anti-abortion and anti-LGBT plus Heritage Foundation. Now that cannot be in any way deemed to be positive. And quite how they've reached the conclusion that they're worthy of registered charity status, I do not know. So what you say is right, Steve. You know, we, as an organisation, we will certainly be lobbying to have this decision overturned. But I think it's down to every single member of our community, isn't it, to make their feelings known.
Yeah, and just to reiterate that point, Steve, you sent us a graphic earlier. I'm just going to pop that up onto the screen to just show that we are on record as calling out the LGB Alliance as a hate group, amongst other notable organisations such as Pride in London, the SNP, the LGBT Liberal Democrats, Labour. we're up there with some big names who have denounced this group as a hate group, aren't we?
We certainly are, and we will continue with that message. Trans women can be lesbian women. It's without a doubt, they are women, and whoever they love, that is their sexuality. And of course, if they want to define in a certain way, then they will define in a certain way. So, sorry to all the trans community and all those people that may be watching and listening, because it really is disgusting to see that there is an organization out there that is trying to say that you're not valid and that you're not credible and that you shouldn't deserve kind of a status in this world, because it's up to you how you define and it's up to you how you live, and we'll always positively reflect you in our organization's streaming and on at events and things like that. So again, if you are trans and you've got something to say, then please do reach out and get in contact with us, tell us your story.
Absolutely. And for every organisation like the LGBT Alliance, there's another organisation like Pride in Surrey who have got your back and who stand up for you and who believe in you.
Absolutely, 100%. My heart is broken. Only today I've spoken to a friend who's a friend of Pride in Surrey, and she's trans, and it's every day. Being a trans is such a hard thing, to deal with, and especially it was funny, we were talking today. It's summer, and as a trans woman, you've got to think about so many things when you go out, because you wear less clothes. There's so much they have to think about, and then you come home and you look at the news and you see that it's just a slap, isn't it, in the face? And I do feel sorry, I really do. And hopefully, like you say, organizations like us, we can do our bit and help these things.
Yeah. What's your view? I mean, obviously, as a youth ambassador, and somebody that's always engaging with youth ambassador, the head of youth engagement,
That's good. I'll take that.
I don't know what. There's so many roles and things. So I do apologise, but as somebody that obviously is working with youngsters on a day-by-day basis, and of course, you've met so many individuals that may be trans, non-binary, intersex, etc. What are their views on the LGBT Alliance?
Yeah, nothing very positive. Of course, this generation is spending a lot more time on their phones and on technology, and so they're sort of seeing it thrown in their face all the time. And of course, it's on all of our news channels, and it's really tough. As a lot of the young people I come across, there's quite a few, even at a young age, that are 100%. They know exactly who they are, and whether that's non-binary, gender fluid, trans. But there's a lot that are questioning and are just being themselves. And one day they might be dressing femininely, the next day masculine, and it's very fluid for quite a few years there. And actually seeing all this negative press that actually this group isn't valid, that actually what you're potentially thinking isn't true, I do feel like it's quite damaging. I mean, it's really damaging to some people. I mean, there's some kids out there that are like, nah, this is just another group. Like we say, Pride in Surrey is going to be there to support us, and this group's going to be there because there's always going to be somebody that hates a part of the community. But it's going to be having an effect on our young people, and they're going to read this and they're going to think, but that's really how I feel. But there's groups out there that are saying that I'm wrong and I don't exist and I'm not valid and I'm not welcome. And that's really hard for those young people to to take in and absorb. And that's why we're still seeing such a high rate of suicide and self-harm and depression. And we're seeing these young people on medication from such a young age that don't need to be on medication. They just need to be in a world surrounded by people that accept them.
Definitely. And obviously we've already written to Number 10 and asked them for harder sanctions on online hate, for instance. And of course, that's just one of the things that potentially, needs to change. It's a terrible ordeal. And of course, all we'll say is we are here. Make sure that you report hate crime and spread pride, not hate, is our clear and very important message. You can do that via Stop Hate UK Surrey app, or alternatively via Surrey Police on the non-emergency number 101. But of course, remember, if you're ever in trouble and you need to speak to somebody immediately, call 999. And finally, obviously, when Surrey Police or any organisation asks you to write down hate that you're getting, that can have a negative impact on your mental well-being. What I would do is counterbalance that. Here's my top tip: get yourself a little notebook and write positive things that you've achieved, that you've done throughout the day, throughout the week, whatever it might be, whether it's speaking to a friend, whether it's having a coffee, whether it's going out for a walk, whether it's seeing something that's absolutely stunning, whatever it might be. If you're a flower lover, if you're a painting lover, whatever it might be, if you've seen something amazing, positive, take a photo, maybe store that in your memories. Write down about those positive things and try and counterbalance that hate crime diary that people have to keep with something positive. But from us here at Pride in Surrey, it's really important that we recognise you are valid and we are here. And of course, as always, text talk to 88440 and I'm sure there we go. Oh, you always get cut out there, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa.
Always.
Do you know what we ought to do for Pride? We ought to get one of them like big mobile phone kind of things made that you can wear as a phone and your head can pop out the top. It would be so fun, wouldn't it?
I'm up for that.
Can you just put your head right above the phone? Do that for us. Let's have a look and see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, it would work. It so would work. Right, there we go. Vote for it. Leave a comment.
Right, listen, Stephen, thank you very much. Your message is very clear. We stand united, LGBT, all together as one, and it'll never change in terms of Pride in Surrey. We are with you. Thanks for popping in.
As always, thank you. And thanks to the listeners and people. And of course, thank you to you. So, enjoy your evenings.
Yes, and you.
Thank you. See you later.
Cheers, Steve.
Bye.
Our friend who found us Stephen Island.
Oh, didn't he look smart?
It's his lovely
special blouson.
Yeah, looks well.
Yeah,
looks very smart. Very handsome.
So, from a very serious article, shall we move on to something?
it was serious but important. Really important that we covered that today, I think. Right, but Molly, this is your one, isn't it?
In the interest of balance, Molly.
This actually ties in really well with what Stephen was saying about trying to keep a positive diary to counteract some of the negative things we have to keep an eye on as well. This week is Earth Week, and Thursday, tomorrow, is Earth Day. And I thought this article was fantastic because we was talking about what we need to do in our communities to try and counterbalance the negative effects that humans are having on the planet. And this housing estate in East London has welcomed a herd of deer that I think have crossed the A12 in Romford. They live in Dagenham Park, and I probably, because we're a little bit quieter and we haven't been going out as much, but they've crossed the A road and they now have set up residence in this housing estate. And apparently it's not the first time, and it's not the only herd of deer. There's a few of them around. They have said, please don't approach them, take pictures, but try not to take selfies. Don't put your back to them. Don't chase them. Don't feed them.
Don't let your dogs chase them. Jesus, please.
Yeah. Oh,
he's back.
Yeah. I've not left. I was here, and I was responsible for the deer that came up. But I've got to say, can we not have a deer of the week this week?
Oh, too late.
Oh, Stephen's deer of the week. There we go. In the housing estate. There we go.
Next week.
Deer of the week. Charlie's asked me to pop on and tell you that the Pride pop-up shop and safe space is open now, and that you can go and check out the opening times via our social media channels. And of course, you can shop online too at surreyshop.co.uk. But I'm going to love you and leave you now. But I absolutely love it. Ask Charlie one time, maybe we can get him on air and ask him about the time that he was chased by a deer that had very, very big horns. I mean, I've never seen anything like
antlers.
Antlers, sorry. Well, maybe it was horny. Right, anyway. And stay safe. Ciao.
Good night. Oh dear. Right, let's get back to the deer. Right, so yes, absolutely. So they've crossed this mega busy road. They're living in suburbia amongst all the humans in the middle of a big massive housing estate. I think this is incredible. I love this story.
I think it's brutal because even I wouldn't try and cross an A road and daunted across, wait for me.
Yeah, can just imagine it.
Yeah.
You know how they get stuck in car headlights as well, don't they? And when people move, deer tend to freeze. So I mean, how did they get across this road? I
Someone
mean,
must have stopped and flashed them and gone, go on, mate. And then, you know, all of them.
oh, kind of one. You wish you'd never started.
Mike.
There's a place in London, I think it's near Hampton Court. Is it Bushy Park?
Yeah.
That's full of deer, and they're beautiful. And that's exactly, if you're going down the road and they start coming across, you just got to stop for about 10 minutes, let them all, because it's a big herd of them, and they are stunning, and they're just beautiful animals.
I mean, I love this. This is nature, isn't it? Saying like, I don't care that you've built a housing estate and this is where humans live. Like, this is nice green grass, and I want to come and eat it.
Isn't it concerning though that they're not scared of humans? That's
Are you expecting a deer takeover?
No, I didn't know. I think it's an inbuilt mechanism because mankind is inherently dangerous to animals. You know, we eat them and wear them, and you know, deer should be frightened because there's already been warnings issued saying, you know, don't let your dogs bite them and don't be a fool. You know, so the fact that they have to tell people to respect wild animals that have come for a little laze around on the village green is worrying, and the animals should be frightened.
But we have a lot of them on the railway. I always get a call to a deer. Most of the time, it's still alive, running around.
Good.
And you'll chase it to try to get it jump over the fence, so it's safe. Obviously, we don't want them hit by a train because they're quite big animals, and then it's quite messy.
Have you tried to stop and just flash them across?
Whilst it's going at 100 miles an hour.
Train 100 miles an hour. Why does it take an hour and a half to get to London if they go that quick?
Because you live in Camberley.
Oh my gosh.
Come over to Woking.
Oh, quicker than the train gets me there.
Anyway,
deer on the line.
I like this story.
I like the story too.
It's like
but they are scared. They are scared. Every time you approach them, they run. Honestly, they are still scared. Those ones I see on the railway, they're very scared.
I hope so.
I don't know why these are so chilled. I think they must be on something.
You know what it'll be next, won't it? Because they're a bit different. There'll be that small cluster of people going, blinking deer, coming here, taking over our land, stealing our women, taking our dogs.
Stealing our women. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I thought it was a nice article, and it goes really well with Earth Week. It's two-sided, isn't it? And this week is about restoring the earth, so like thinking what we can do, like little changes, like putting community gardens in. I know we were talking about it earlier, kind of growing our own veg, like less miles, visiting places that are close by, all those little things. And why not go and see some deer, but respect them because they are wild animals?
Yes, go to the famous spot in the UK for viewing deer, Romford Nature Park. Take a picnic.
I just love the idea of just sitting in the middle of like a little like road like ours with a little green patch outside the front door.
It's only a matter of time before they start putting tents on roundabouts. Deer running everywhere. You know what happens then, don't you?
What's that?
The rabbits will move in, and before you know it, we'll have herds of wild buffalo up the A30.
Can you imagine? I think that's a sign that nature's annoyed and it's taking back. We did see, actually, we were watching a farming program at the weekend, and the farmers were trying to find different ways to kind of make a living, and this guy had decided to import something like 90
buffaloes.
90 buffaloes from the continent to make mozzarella cheese with. And it was fascinating watching their journey coming across. Huge animals.
Three lorries, weren't they?
Yeah.
3 lorries full of buffalo. From Netherlands, I think.
Genuine British mozzarella.
Yeah.
100% British mozzarella from Romford.
And the deer mozzarella.
No.
We could try.
Good luck. Yeah.
Don't give me ideas, because I probably will try and milk a deer next time I see one.
Don't say that on the internet.
Right, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and to be fair, who discovered milk came from cows, and what the hecky peck were they doing?
Yeah, let's move on, Lisa.
Okay. Well,
I said I think we should move on, and she went, yeah. Anyway,
to be fair, we discussed pretty much what my role is here.
Yeah, we know your role. Sorry, carry on.
This is your article, dear.
Well, it's not my article; it's our article.
Oh, it's not there. Bring it back up.
Bring it back up. Right, everybody. This is probably the second biggest news story of this week. It's the one that's taken the internet by storm. It's the Caterpillar Wars. Have we all seen this?
Yes.
It's hilarious. I was reading the tweets and it was hilarious. It's so funny.
Are suing Aldi over their
rip-off caterpillar cake.
Rip-off caterpillar cake.
And who doesn't love a caterpillar cake? I mean, it's brilliant. I love a caterpillar cake. Lovely chocolate Swiss roll dressed up like a caterpillar.
But it's the most natural thing in the world, isn't it, to disguise food as caterpillars?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't all the supermarkets be doing that? The point is, right, it amuses me how Marks and Sparks have gone after Aldi specifically when every other supermarket, every other food retailer has one of these, caterpillar knockoff cakes.
Yeah, literally all of them.
And have done for years.
I didn't know this until you guys shared the article with me, and I went into Tesco Express today, and then I saw the caterpillar and sent you a picture thinking, well, did you get the name wrong, or am I in the wrong supermarket, or is that many caterpillars? I didn't know.
I think there's like 14.
Curly.
Tesco.
This is the point that they all use alliteration. Nobody's got like Malcolm the caterpillar. They're all C names, but like I love the social media war that has actually broken out on all the Twitter feeds from all the supermarkets, and Co-op have come along and stuck a face mask over their cake, going, nobody's noticed yet. That everyone is pointing out how
been really funny, hasn't
insane
it?
it is. Obviously the theft of intellectual property is very serious, and corporate law isn't to be laughed at. But come on, caterpillar cakes.
But I think what's been a brilliant twist in this is that today Aldi laid down the gauntlet, I suppose, to M&S and said, look, we're going to bring back our limited edition caterpillar. You bring yours out, and let's give a portion of our profits to our chosen charities. And one of our chosen charities, Aldi, supports the Teenage Cancer Trust, and M&S, I think, support Macmillan. And I think, and the strapline was, let's not pay the lawyers. Let's just make some money for cancer research in this one. And
they have thrown down the gauntlet.
Yeah, and I hope that M&S take them up. M&S, if you're watching.
Did you see M&S's reply? I hope that they're going to say, it was.
We love a charity idea. We just want you to use your own character. How about Kevin the Carrot Cake? That idea is on us, and we promise we won't do Keith.
Yeah. You see, I love this banter between them. I mean, it's just fantastic, isn't it?
It is. But what a shocking waste of time, money, effort, and the British legal system.
Do as well, every supermarket's different. I read up, obviously, M&S are saying, this is their brand, they are renowned for their quality and their price and their ingredients and everything. I can't see that the person that wants a caterpillar cake that goes to Aldi, if it's not there, they're going to go to the one in M&S. They're just not. It's two different types of shoppers. And I don't think one takes away the other.
But also, M&S haven't taken Tesco's, Sainsbury's, the Co-op. They haven't taken all them to the cleaners about their cake, have they?
Yeah. I wonder why. I can't find anywhere that says why have they specifically gone for Aldi.
Yeah, I don't know the reason why. Because it actually doesn't really look anything like it. I think the Aldi one looks a little bit scary.
Yeah.
Big,
I've never had a caterpillar cake.
No,
I feel like
that makes me think.
Cannot believe that.
I recommend you go to any retailer of your choosing and purchase their. Yeah,
I think I might have to.
I'll go and get you a curly.
Yeah, especially now I know it's a Swiss roll.
Yeah, and we should totally bake one as a Pride in Surrey and call it.
Do you remember last time we attempted to bake on a cook-along? Do you remember that? The Christmas tree?
Yeah. Jana didn't talk to me for a couple of days. She was very annoyed. So we're not going to do that again.
I was very angry because I don't bake. And I don't bake on cook-along. for a reason, because I can't bake, and if I attempt baking, it turns out to be a disaster. But Molly reassured me that baking is going to be fine because she's on the case. Well, she wasn't.
Can I say though, I remade it again in the new year, and because I practiced on the Cook Along Live, it was perfect the next time.
Do you know what? It really wasn't baking though, was it? We used like pre-made puff pastry and Nutella.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're making it even worse. It was supposed to be a simple thing, and she cooked it up. Was that allowed
It was too easy. That's what it was, you know. So.
Look, it's a stressful time. It was Christmas. We'd all had a small glass of dry sherry, and it was, you know, it's a very technical recipe.
It was tricky. Listen, sorry, I had to just go and let the kids in the front door there. But while I was there, I was thinking about the Swiss roll, right? The fact that it's a Swiss roll. One of the memes was hilarious. It was just a picture of a Swiss roll, and it said, pictures of Colin the caterpillar naked have appeared on the dark web, and it just was really cracking me up. I've really enjoyed this over the last 48 hours. I have to say, it's been really.
We need a bit of fun, don't we?
It is really fun, but like I still don't know. I didn't find the answer in that article. Why is it Aldi they're picking on? Aldi's German, isn't it? Anything to do with that? I don't know.
Oh, let's not go down that road.
They probably just tried to find like the organisation with the least amount of good lawyers or something. So you know,
imagine Aldi have got great lawyers because literally all their products are knockoffs of something else, aren't they? They're going after Aldi because they don't want the budget retailers to have a similar product, and it's as simple as that. But
they all have. Okay.
Yeah, all the other supermarkets are now advertising Aldi by saying we're price matching Aldi. So all their adverts say Aldi in them now,
and I think
it's great advertising.
But I think it's I don't know if I'm right about this, but I have a feeling that it is Aldi was the most successful retailer last year.
I think it might have been actually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why jealousy. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's just trying to pick them off a little bit. But listen, it was our youth ambassador Dara who asked us to cover that story, so we have done that for her.
We like
Thank you, Dara.
Serious
youth. We did it justice.
Our youth.
Right, okay.
Jana,
it's time.
Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week.
What?
Sorry, I thought.
Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week.
Do it again?
Yes, please.
Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week.
No,
that one.
the actual word.
I've moved
Not that one.
Oh,
you got that wrong. Whoa.
I was the other one.
Leave it on. Leave it on. Leave it on. Leave it on.
No, it's
Too
gone.
late. No, you need to put it back. Oh my God, this is like baking at Christmas all over again.
You can't give me two images because I can't cope.
Ooh, brouhaha.
Yes, this is the word that's actually come in with the pile of mail that we receive every week after News on the News, and this one was from one of our watchers. You can guess who that was. Yes, it was Mama Liz. She sent me this word because she loves watching Muse on the News, and she loves your goats, but being a little bit biased, she probably prefers my word of the week. And she loved every word so far, and she thought she'll contribute herself. And she was doing a crossword and come across this. She really didn't know the word, so she Googled it, and she was like, wow, that's a new one to me. So what do you think? It's brouhaha.
Brouhaha. I think that would be an excellent name for a bar or a pub.
Yeah. But it sounds melodic, doesn't it? Like,
Brouhaha.
sing it like
It's mellifluous.
You know?
Very good. And for those that are listening, what brouhaha means is a state of commotion or excitement. Hubbub.
Yeah, that's what I was just in when I was doing that singing. That was bad.
Uproar.
So you can imagine it in a pub, can't you? All the commotion and busyness.
Well, so when you put that other image on, yeah, it kind of like, so there must be some sort of connection.
Bear with me then, because
can you not just
Hold on, this plural now, right? Because the theme tune is only word of the week, and we're going to need to halt the
I
filming
think it's
of
just
this
a
show.
complimentary slide.
Words of the week. Brouhaha. See, this is what I was saying. It should be a pub.
See, that's why I thought.
Yeah.
So it's not spelled brew, haha, but very similar.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I should have read a bit more into it. I think there is some sort of connection to brewing.
Oh.
So maybe, but I don't know. If anybody knows, let us know. Saves me reading and looking through my phone. So do let us know in the comments.
I thought I'd stumbled across an excellent trademarkable name for a pub then.
I think it is still cracking. In any case, this house is in a constant state of brouhaha.
Brouhaha. I'm going to use that with the kids next week. What is this brouhaha? Look at me as if I'm absolutely insane.
Just a normal day then.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
Next.
So, as you rightly pointed out, Jana, the mailbag has been absolutely overflowing this week. It's taken us all week to read the mail, and we finally decided by popular vote who the winner of this week's Goat of the Week
Oh, I
was.
can't wait. Do we sing this? Do we sing this? Do we sing it? Let us.
No, we don't have a jingle. Oh, you made a jingle last week, didn't you?
It's Hugh from
Oh, like a Vinny.
Hugh's hobbies include Sudoku and chasing tourists. He was nominated by his wife Gertie.
Oh my god. Of course.
Why? Any reason?
Just because he's cool.
Those horns are amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
They are piece of art, those horns. Is it
Hugh is a Welsh mountain goat.
Yeah. Yeah, for those who are listening on the radio, because although we stream on the internet, we also have radio listeners too. So how can we describe Hugh? He's kind of short, a little bit stumpy.
Hugh looks like the sort of goat that would chase tourists.
Yeah, he looks a bit angry with life. And he's got massive, great big horns that are seriously impressive.
A very long fur.
Long fur,
long coat.
Long
coat.
haired guy.
Yeah.
I like Hugh.
I like Hugh. I think he's
I
a
like
dude.
Hugh.
Oh, I like Hugh.
The colouring's beautiful as well, going always from black to white.
Yeah, he's beautiful. Yeah, he's dark haired down his face with a little white snout.
He's a hunk.
Yeah, that little white tufty bit on the top of his head.
If Jana was a goat, no, but the hair is very similar.
Where are you going with this?
No, I'd stop now.
I would.
Molly.
Yes, I would.
Forget,
Desist.
forget you said that and move right on.
There's been so many cute goats on this program.
Oh yeah.
Penny, she's going to come back to this one.
What's
It's
wrong with
literally the
you?
only reason people tune in now, I swear. I think people sometimes just fast forward to minute like 45. To go.
Probably. What do you mean? I mean, there's no disrespect, but it's just like an old goat. And that's what you just compared me to. But that's fine because
No, he's rambling through Wales, just like when we ramble through Wales.
yeah.
And you put the big backpack on because I'm small and otherwise it floors me.
He's probably that old. He uses walking stick. You just can't see it. It's not in a picture, but he looked quite old to me. That's fine. I
I've
don't
had
mind.
a tough life with the weather.
Anyway, can we hear from a friend?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall we? There we go.
Hi, my name's Bethany Rose. I'm a spoken word poet and I talk a lot about what it feels like to have mental health issues, to not feel yourself, to feel sad and to feel alone. I know that sometimes it's really difficult to reach out, but Pride in Surrey are offering a service where you can just text talk to 88440 and there'll be somebody on the end of the line to help you with whatever you need. And we all want you to remember that you are not alone.
Indeed. Thank you, Beth.
Yeah. Right then, I think we're done for the week.
I think we're done. By the way, happy birthday, my love.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was in my mind earlier and then it just went, happy birthday.
Thanks very much.
What better way is there to spend your birthday than discussing
Goats.
deer and goats?
Yes. Well.
Yeah.
Just an average
Standard.
Wednesday in the
Yeah.
Fine and Cook house, to be honest with you.
That's all of us then, isn't it? For the rest of the year, all those birthdays.
Warren.
Yeah.
Weddings next.
Maybe.
Never know. On that
Either
note,
way, you don't look a day older than 21, of course.
Then I was this morning. No, I'm going to be 40. Well, I'm 43. 43. So entering my 44th year, and Kel reminded me that 4 is her favorite number. So I've got all the 4s going on. So
Yeah, but she's not 44. She's 43.
yeah, but I'm in my 44th year. That's right. 44th year of existence.
I agree.
She probably is unlikely to make it to 444, so she should embrace 2 4s.
Yes.
And live life, with no limitations.
Oh, do you know what? It's just a number. I don't worry about my numbers getting higher.
Absolutely. I'm just happy I'm a year younger than you, so
Only just.
Wow, a whole year. I mean, yeah, a whole year. Sorry.
It is a whole year.
It's not. It's
Less
less
than a year.
9 months.
Yeah, you've already had your birthday. When was your birthday? February?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So 10 months.
10 months.
So not even.
Yeah, of course. Whatever.
Right, ladies, thank you for joining us on this auspicious occasion.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Always a pleasure.
Have a lovely
Thank you.
evening.
And you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why are you speaking posh all of a sudden?
No. I talk script, didn't I?
Very nice.
She's able to sort of like adjust herself to the environment she's in.
Oh,
Great. Whereas me, it's just a great big Irish accent all the time.
oh yeah. Oh, and we love that. We love that. But thank you, girls. That was fun, as always.
Thank you. And we'll see you all next week.
See you later.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
A reminder that you are not alone. If you need to talk to somebody, do text talk to 88440. That's talk to 88440. Also a reminder that the Proud Show from Surrey LGBTQ Pride CIC, Pride in Surrey, is on air this Sunday between 2 and 4. And also you can tune in via Surrey Hills Radio on Tuesdays and Trans Radio UK on Mondays. To find out more information on that and all of the content and things that you see here at LGBTQ Plus Online, head over to the website surreylgbtqpride.org.uk, where you'll also be able to read some of the news stories that we've covered in today's show. Until next time, this is LGBTQ Plus Online, sponsored by Surrey County Council. Thanks for tuning in.